open on top of the rubble and the storm. You see Frank's body laying, staring out into the distance. Okay. You're kind of propped up against the rubble. Following his eye line down the hill is a trail of fire and smoke that you can barely see through the storm.
Davina, what are can we check his vitals? Can we check Frank's vitals?
Yes. One moment. And Davina reaches down. As Frank's eyes kind of come up.
Winston! Winston!
How we doing, buddy?
It's Davina. I'm currently in control.
I go hug Davina. Davina.
You shoved me under the rubble, man. The station was falling and you pushed me. What the fuck?
I just wanted to live. I just wanted to live. I just wanted to live.
Yeah. Yeah. We all just want to live.
Davina, save me!
Don't save him, Davina.
Davina's like taking its hand and kind of like scanning up and down its body. Davina announces out loud. It appears that the alien DNA has made its way up to his spine.
What does that mean?
And what you know that the others don't is you're in immense pain.
Okay.
As you can feel your insides reorganizing, your organs moving, changing, ripping, and it's extremely painful, driving you mad.
Save me!
Save him. What? Can you walk? What?
Feels
Davina,
like fire in here.
Like fire. These. All right, this guy's gone fucking crazy. Look, can we carry him? Look, we need to get over. We need to check out what's going on over at the helipad.
So the general's just kind of standing there with his arms crossed. Let him die. Burn it.
Burn it? How are we gonna burn it?
He pulls a flare out of his bag. Burn him. And while we're at it, we should burn her too. As your face is now glowing in the dark.
I am...
You're both infected. We don't know what this shit does. And we don't know if that thing's hostile or not.
Davina, is there any way to tell?
I made it back over here. Not for you to then just burn me. It's not even an option. I didn't have to come back, you know.
Look, we may be able to use them. It feels wrong to just leave them out here.
And where do you think we'll go?
That's
my ride down there.
What, the explosion?
Yes.
Well, maybe we should go check it out. Maybe it wasn't the helicopter. Maybe it was like a generator nearby or something. I mean, it's a possibility. We can't see from over here.
There was nothing else down there.
Did you bring anything? What was on the helicopter? Can we use anything?
Maybe, but the longer we stand out here, the more likely we are to all die. Now, I, myself, would like to somehow live through this. These two are a lost cause, and if I were you, Mr. Digby, I would leave them.
Who do you think you are, mate? All right, I'm not anybody's lost cause. I helped save the world, all right, and that's a fact. You know, I did that. Frank did that, and Sam helped.
What do you mean you helped save the world?
Because we stopped the alien. You know, I don't get just thrown off, you know, on the rubbish pile.
I gotta think.
You know, that's not an option, right?
Davina, can you help me? I'm in pain. You said you were gonna protect me.
I'm sorry, Frank. I would have to give my form or access to the alien side of me. And
that's not a good idea.
Don't do that, Davina. Do not do that.
No, I don't think we've quite gotten there. Maybe are there some pain relievers?
Frank, you are able to stand, to your surprise. Now, whether or not you're the one in control of your legs is not necessarily, you don't really know, but you are able to stand, but the pain is still there.
Stay right there. All right, don't you come any closer to me. I don't fucking trust you. All right, so you're just going to stand there while we figure this out.
Shit, I'm standing.
All right, when I was looking for stuff at Mapo before I came back over, I mean, I have some aspirin that might help.
I think he's a little beyond aspirin right now.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's medicinal grade. I say like aspirin, but it's like Tylenol. It's like Tylenol 3.
Tylenol 3.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Give it to me!
All right, here. Just.
I just take the whole bottle and I just
swallow
everything.
God! All right, at the most 5.
Okay. Well, assuming he doesn't overdose, Davinia, what's going on? Can you tell what's wrong with him? Is he bleeding internally?
Well, what do you think's wrong with him?
Of course.
He's bleeding internally.
He's bleeding internally.
It appears that he's becoming something less than human.
Becoming something.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm sure it can be reversed, though, right?
Yeah, how are we going to reverse it, all right? This is alien DNA.
The only way we could possibly reverse it is to cut out the alien tissue and replace it with organic tissue of some kind that's not infected by the alien
Take
DNA.
his! I'm pointing at the general. Davina, you said you were going to protect me.
The fuck?
Take his organic matter, whatever you need. Take his arms, take his legs.
Holy.
Oh, right,
Relax.
Frank.
Davina, you said you were going to protect me. If you're not going to have the alien take over you, take his now. You said you were going to protect me.
Oh, God, Frank. Frank. I mean, if it's something like organic material, then, I mean, didn't the building,
take his arms.
Crush a lot of people?
He's not with Ed Munson. He's with Synchronity.
Oh, my God,
what are you talking about, man?
Frank, can you roll for me?
Oh, no.
1.
Oh, no.
1. 5. How many hope do we have?
You have 4 hope, and you have 1. You have 1 reroll.
You said you could let us use the reroll first if we needed to, and then
the sub reroll you can add on. So, if I were you, I would roll those 3 first, and if you get any 1s, you've got a 1 that you can reroll.
Let's go. 3. 2. Come on.
No.
Oh, no.
Magic Mike.
Let's go. 5. Fuck. Sorry.
So, but that means we can't do any more hope.
Are they allowed to throw in the brink for us?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
No,
guess
you want me to throw in my brink for you?
I would allow that.
If we don't throw in a brink,
then the
chapter's going to end.
Don't do it for me. Do it for Tin Candles and the viewers. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
I feel like you would be I'm like definitely on the verge of just like having like me and the general burn him, so I think you would be the one to roll your brink.
All right.
Did you just say all right?
All right.
Wow, Mikey are taking 1 for the team.
Let's do this. I mean, I have a hope die.
Taking 1 for the team.
We've got 3 dice right now.
This is when Zach is getting his revenge now.
Oh.
Yes.
Yikes. I'm going to use 1 of the hope because we have 1 hope left.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna use that.
Come on, Mikey.
Is that all?
Because otherwise you're going insane with me. Sorry, Frank is bringing everyone down.
Please.
Oh God. Let's go. I believe.
Nope.
No 1s?
No 1s. 4, 3, 3, and a 2.
You have 1 more opportunity.
Oh. Do it.
I'm just wondering what. Actually, okay, my brink makes sense because. Do it. Frank's brink is that he feels an immense guilt if he loses anyone.
Are we all about to go insane?
This is going off with a.
So Sam's brink is that he feels an immense guilt if he loses anyone and it's his fault.
Cool.
Yeah. Mine was I framed others to get out of the situation I was responsible for causing. So I'll work that out.
Let's go.
Okay, he got a
6. Oh God.
Oh no, I didn't roll this one yet. No, I haven't rolled this one.
You rolled 1 6, so it's a success.
Oh, 2 6.
Carry us. Sohinki, carry us.
Okay.
Get in, fucking organic!
By the way, the cold begins to set in. You start feeling your pulse slow as the oxygen to your brain, it's not really making it there. Look, start hallucinating.
Look, General?
Seeing things, little dots all around. Now, Davina hears your command and turns, looks at the general.
Take it!
This general looks up at him.
Protect me!
The fuck do you want, robot?
Protect me!
As Davina reaches out.
Davina, hold, what are you doing here? What are you doing?
He grabs his neck.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Davina, stop.
Squeezes. And rips his head off of his body.
Davina!
Pulling his spine out at the same time, revealing an empty husk of a form as he reaches his hand in side of the cavity that has now been made.
What the fuck?
And starts pulling tissue out as the steam rising off of his dead body in the cold is moving around.
Davina, what the fuck are you doing?
Grabs you in one hand and pulls you in and starts to move its hands around as the black gold pulse starts to move around your hand. And with the other hand, he takes the tissue and the organic matter of the general and kind of mixes it together on your back as you see it start pushing into his body as the dark, black, rotted skin that was there before starts to merge and push its way down as it goes lower and lower.
Davina, what are you doing?
She's fixing him.
I am meant to protect you. It were my final order.
Oh God. Oh God.
I can't think out here. I can't think out here.
Davinia.
How do I feel?
Fix my face, please. You use the general's face. And
are you asking me to do that?
Kennedy picks up the general's head. It's like, Davinia, fix my face.
Have you both gone fucking crazy?
Fix my face, Davinia. I want to go home.
Are you asking me to do this?
He's gonna make you roll.
How bad do you want it? Yes?
She's crazy.
Okay, but my kid isn't crazy.
I can't.
Okay, well. Hand her the dice.
You just want some of this alien. You want some of this. You just want some of this.
Now, you start feeling like the pain inside of your inside stops. As the tissue starts to reform. Now, what you notice though, and you don't know how to describe it, is the vision. You start to see this gold and green pulse in the corner of your eye off into the distance. When you're looking at, everything goes silent, by the way, the whole everything. You just, and it's like you're in your own head. The storm, no longer there. Your friends, you can see them. You know they're there. You see Kennedy holding a face as you look up at Davina. And the robot turns and starts walking over towards Kennedy. But when you look past and they start to blur, you see this floating in the night sky, gold, green, pulsing ring off into the distance. And you start walking towards it. All right, we come back in and you're trying to put this face on your face.
Two-headed beast. One.
I got 1-1.
Oh wait, did
You have one reroll you could use, or
she lose her mind earlier?
Yeah.
Or did I save that from happening?
no, she lost her brain. She's
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, she didn't have
So
the
this
hope.
is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is something else.
you do have 4 hope available again.
Oh,
All right.
reroll all 3.
Reroll all 3.
Wait. Oh yeah, you don't have.
Yeah,
hope.
she could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. 1. 4.
Oh no. This is not gonna go well.
You can slap the head out of my hands at any time before I drop the stuff.
Oh really?
No. It was worth a try. Shite.
Did you get a 1?
Oh, yeah, I did get a 1.
Yeah.
You have 1 subscriber hope that you can get away.
Mike, just hold the dice for a second.
Let's both drop it.
I mean, I'm the only one that's rolled a 6 today. So.
All right, let's do it. Oh.
6!
It is a 6.
It is. No joke.
It is a 6.
It was a 6.
Even Matt can see it's a 6.
It was a 6.
It's a 6.
Fine.
Let Zach call the rolls from now on.
Okay, I'm not going to roll anything
God.
anyway. I'm good with rolls.
So Davina walks up to you. Now, I rolled a lot more 6s than you, so
Obviously.
I'm going to say how this goes down.
I'm surprised that one happened.
Now, given how cold it is outside, in a way, this is the perfect spice to remaneuver genetic code. As he just puts his hand out and pushes the face onto yours. As it just... and you start to feel this immense pain as you see this golden black energy pulsing out of her face and up Davina's arm.
God, no.
As you feel this, you see this like red heat and this burn and steam coming off of her face. And when she lifts her head up, she's got this scarred, charred remain, but now the face of the once dead general, or the now dead general.
So your face is the general's face?
Just my cheek.
No, it's your whole face.
Your whole face.
Yes.
Oh, God. That's funny. It just got boobs, right?
Horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Horrifying.
I want to see some fan art of that.
Yeah, right?
So,
Oh my God.
you've started walking towards this light. Now,
When I'm in this...
you also, as you come to, are met with a silence as you turn and see the same glowing orb that Frank does. And you start following it. Now you're standing there with Davina as these two have just seemed to be better.
Davina,
at least on the outside.
What did you do to them?
I saved them. At least in the only way that I knew I could.
Where are they going?
I do not know.
Well, I mean, you must know something. You just fused their DNA with the general. What the fuck?
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Yes.
What about me?
I was able to stabilize the DNA. They now share some of the same properties the DNA had brought with the mite, the other creatures. Then they now find themselves connected to my own code as well.
Connected to your code? What exactly does that mean?
I do not fully know. This is outside my realm of expertise.
Can I, are they walking toward any structures or anything, or are they just kind of walking out into
They're just walking out into the storm. They should be able to survive. Their bodies are stabilizing, creating enough heat to offset the cold.
Can we, all right. I need to get out of here, okay? I don't know what the fuck that was, but I need to get out of here. Let's, look, I'm gonna go check out the helipad. I need to, there was an explosion. I need to go see what was there. Can you take me there?
Yes.
Great.
It appears that they might be headed that direction as well.
Perfect, then let's go.
Hold on.
Hold.
As it kind of like kneels down in front of you.
What am I holding for?
It's very clear that Davina wants you to get on its back.
Davina, if I touch you, you're not gonna put any alien shit on me, are you?
Only if you ask me to.
No, I don't. Don't ever do that. Ever.
Understood, Sam.
All right, I climb on.
Okay. As then Davina starts trekking through the storm and is generating heat to warm your body off the back of its body. As you start to catch up with Frank and Kennedy, you two are lucid enough to now speak. Now, however you want to interpret that is up to you.
Are we, and I'm caught up with them, or?
You can see them in front of you through the storm.
Okay.
So beautiful.
Yeah. We're
So
fixed,
beautiful.
Frank. Frank, we're fixed. We get to go home now.
Finally.
Get to go back where there isn't so much silence around people and finish my dissertation. And I'm going to have my show. Rubik's Cube. It's all going to happen now.
I just want to rejoin all the voices.
It's so beautiful, isn't it, Frank? That green and that gold.
It really is.
I never noticed it before. I don't ever want it to go away.
You're now like right up next to them. The wind and everything is so loud, it's hard for you to hear them, but you can tell that they're kind of like talking in a way to each other.
What? Hey! Hey! Hello, alien people! What's gotten into you two?
I'm not an alien anymore.
So
Not
much more.
anymore.
Oh, you're something else. You got the general's face on your face.
So much more.
I'm so much more beautiful than I've ever been before. And we're all going home.
Come with us.
Come, what do you...
We're so much better than humans
I'm
now.
not going anywhere with you. Let me make that clear.
Okay.
Don't worry, Sam. We're all going home.
We're all going, yeah. We're all going home.
Soon
Everyone's
enough-
going home.
Soon enough, the whole world's gonna go home.
I don't know if you noticed, but the helicopter exploded.
We can fix it.
Sam, it appears that by fixing their physical form, I may have caused serious cognitive damage.
Serious yeah, I would
need
say
to
so.
share
That
this.
makes a lot of sense.
We need to share this with the world, everyone we find.
I do. I feel so incredibly good, Frank.
There was some more.
Everyone should feel this way.
There was some more government synchronicity people.
Oh my
There
God.
were at the
What are they
Ice
talking
Cube
about?
Laboratory.
Should we go
Divinia,
there?
Let's go there. We're going to help.
We go towards.
They're all dead. They're
Oh,
not
I
there.
thought
Yeah,
there was
they're all
some.
dead.
Okay, I thought there was some.
There's
more.
no
My
one.
bad.
You're on your fucking own, man.
Okay.
is the fire, is it still raging on the...
Yes, and you've come up upon it now as the light from the fire is pulsing, making its way out along the area. It's just kind of creating a nice glow, and you kind of hop down and are trying to... Now, what are you looking for?
Just any supplies that might have been on the helicopter. I mean, it's still on fire, obviously, so anything inside, I'm assuming, might be destroyed.
Yeah,
but
you kind of walk up to it, and you're putting your hands out, trying to get close, but there's just this fine line of immense cold and intense heat. There's no in-between whatsoever.
Davina.
It's beautiful how it dances, the fire.
Davina's standing, just looking at the fire, watching Sam, looks down at you.
We want to.
Yes, Frank.
We want to share this with everyone. Can you assimilate any parts from the helicopter so we can
go home, Davinia?
share this with everyone?
Yes, if that is what you wish,
Yes.
it is possible that... I believe it comes at a great cost, though.
Davina, is it possible to just fix the helicopter? All right, we don't need you to be a helicopter, or you don't need to assimilate parts. What are you guys talking about?
We're just trying to get home, Sam.
I would advise against it. Any action I may take further makes it more and more difficult for me to hold on to the form that I currently hold.
Davinia, can you do a scan of what there is on base and see if there are parts that we can use?
For
it's
what?
so beautiful, the fire, and how it dances. Do you
Maybe
see how
it's
it
a fault in
dances,
my
Frank?
programming, but I am having a hard time understanding what your request is. For what is it that you would like me to build?
We want transport
Transport to as many
Transport
humans as we can
back out.
You are the only humans alive.
out of here.
Not even in the Ice Cube laboratory? There's no one?
There is no one.
They must have brought gear or something. They must have brought gear.
Well,
Davina, can we make our way to the Ice Cube laboratory, please?
Yes, let's do that. I left my camera there, and it has important information on it, information that we need.
Is that your request?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
to the
yes.
Ice Cube
Let's.
Laboratory.
You know, you guys are really creeping me out.
We're just very calm, Sam. Everything's so clear.
Yeah, I'm glad you're calm. Yeah, you're calm and you're clear.
So beautiful, the snow. Do you know I used to be afraid of the silence?
Was there any more, you know, in terms of at the Ice Cube laboratory, were there corpses? Were there any people there? Like dead people, dead corpses?
That's where we were like originally found, I think, right?
No one died there, right? Or did someone die there? No?
I don't think anybody
Not
died.
while we were there, I don't think.
They left to chase.
To chase
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Where are those people?
They fell. They were.
Oh,
the building.
Okay, sorry.
Smashed. Yeah, the building fell on everybody.
I just want some organic material.
But yeah, I think my goal is to see if they've left behind any equipment or anything that might have been in the lab.
And I'm going to get to my camera. And maybe there is some technology there that we can scavenge and that we could use. Frank, aren't there snowmobiles and the such here? Do you think maybe we could trick one of them out just so that we can get out of here?
Maybe with some help with Davina.
There are no snowmobiles. Those have already been destroyed. Remember at the beginning of this game when I said every time a candle loses, something on the map gets destroyed?
Let's assimilate shit.
Yeah. I think we were headed back to Ice Cube Laboratory to get the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So we head back there.
All right. And Sam, how do you suppose you're going to survive that trip?
On the back of Davina was what I figured.
All right. So you're going to do that again. All right. You start making your way over to the station where you had once run out from before.
Never felt so connected before.
So what do we...
Even as a child, I felt so out of touch, and now it's like we're connected to everything.
You two just stop saying creepy shit. Why are you even talking? All right? The goal is to get out of here. You never felt connected. What are you talking about?
I still want to get out of here, but now I want to share this
all of our experiences, Sam.
This orb with everyone.
Share the orb. Right.
Right.
Yeah, the orb. It's so beautiful, the orb. We're going to share the orb. Great. Let's get to the laboratory and we'll figure out how we can share the orb.
Now,
right, we'll figure it out.
On your way, the orb starts to pulse off into the distance, leading you towards the Ice Cube Laboratory. Both of you just follow its kind of warm, pulsing glow. And you notice as they're walking, there's just constantly steam coming off of their bodies. And as the heat they're generating is just releasing all of this energy. Now, you know, energy has to come from somewhere. So I guess we'll have to figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah.
You make your way up to the Ice Cube Laboratory, out into the dark sector. Completely pitch black. There's nothing. You're trusting their instincts to get you there, because from the direction you came, there's no tunnels, just trekking through the deep snow. You're not quite sure how they're even able to do it, considering their height, but somehow they push through, push forward. As you enter the lab, you see the charred remains that were burned for. What else do you see? What are you looking for?
I want to so my objective right now is kind of similar to what the alien had, which is I just want to kind of I don't know, grow. I want to expand. I want to, you know, whether it's technology or
so this is a deep drive that you feel from something internal.
Yeah.
That you can't necessarily
I
control.
This
urge.
I want to grow.
To spread.
Yes.
Your seed.
Yeah.
To keep it moving.
I'm looking
forward.
Yeah.
But you're unable to do so.
Okay.
You're trapped in this form, in this sack of meat, unable to access the energy and the thoughts that you feel inside. As you reach out, nothing reaches back. When you place your hand on something, there's a drive, a want, a feeling, but nothing happens.
I search. My goal is to basically to find anything that I could use for communication, like any sort of walkie or radio or anything that they might have left behind in their rush to leave or something.
Okay. Now, you know that if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Join us, Matt. Join us. Join us.
It's just a regular roll this time.
Join us.
We'll see.
One of us. One of us.
3. That was a 4.
Ah!
6.
Ooh.
Damn, you're 6.
3. So 1 6.
Okay.
It's close. We will get you soon.
I rolled no 6s.
Ooh. Oh. Looks like you find what you're...
Take your
All right.
time. Take
So
your time.
yeah, I search around and I find a walkie that was left behind on one of the tables as everyone had shuffled out with us to go find Winston earlier.
Maybe it's a satellite phone?
Oh yeah.
Whose
there
side
we go.
are you on?
Oh,
Something that would, you know, have very far reach. And I begin scanning the channels. Eventually, something starts coming through. It's staticky, but I start hearing something on the other end. Say, hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yeah, yes, yeah. Who is this? What?
Look, this
Closed
is
line.
This is Sam Digby. All right, I'm at the Amundsen Scott South Research Station. I need immediate evacuation. There's been a horrible incident here.
Officer Digby, where's your commanding officer?
He didn't make it, sir. He got lost in the cold.
Digby, you're security detail for... Wait a minute. Yes, you put in the original distress call.
Yes, that was me. I put in the distress call, sir, and it's still really bad down here.
Define bad.
Sir, everyone's dead. It's me, and it's just me.
What? Wait, what was that? Did you
Do
just say it was
still have
just
contact
you?
with the alien life form? Have you collected a sample?
Did you just say?
Yeah, we've secured a sample,
You've
sir.
secured a sample of the alien life form.
Yes, we have secured a sample, and we just need evac now, sir.
All right, stay alive, Sam. We're sending somebody. You are. All right, closest evac team, Synchronity headquarters. You got 48 hours.
40, sir. The power's out down here, and a lot of the facilities are destroyed, sir. 48 hours isn't gonna cut it.
Officer Digby.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need you to secure that sample
Yes, sir.
and give me the exact coordinates of that secured sample.
Okay. Yes, I'll secure a sample, sir, and you know, as soon as you get here, I'll give it to you.
No, I'm gonna need those numbers right now.
Those numbers.
I'm gonna need those numbers right now, Officer Digby.
All right. So I put the phone down a little bit, and I cover it up, and I asked Davina. Davina, what are our coordinates?
Wait, did we hear all of that?
Heard all of his side, but
Yeah, we heard all of that.
you didn't hear. You didn't hear everything that.
Well, he
the
said
other
he
guy
was
said.
the only one that was alive.
Yeah.
We heard that.
Tell him the coordinates.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sam.
Well,
Davinia, go
Davina,
ahead and
what are the?
go ahead and tell him the coordinates. It's all right.
So where are you going to place it for those coordinates? I mean, are you asking for the coordinates of where you are right now, or where you're going to place
It's not where I am right now is not somewhere I could survive forever, right? It's not warm.
so where is that place?
Yeah, where's the closest warm location, or warm enough location?
There is one place that I might know of.
You're in the last one.
Not even the NGO overflow camping up at the very top of the map.
No.
Well, I mean, you've got Davina's.
That's
heat.
true. Yeah, we're with
You're not
Davina.
gonna-
Yeah, I'll just give him the coordinates of where I am then.
You are 90 degrees south, latitude, origin 90 degrees south, 800 yards to the west.
Sorry, one more time. What was that?
Standard parallel, 90 degrees south, latitude of origin, 90 degrees south, 800 yards to the west.
Okay, I repeat that. Standard of origin, or 90 degrees south, standard of origin, 90 degrees south, 180 yards to the west. I repeat that over the...
All right, a team's on the way to collect the sample. If you're lucky, you'll still be alive, and we'll bring you back out of that evac, but securing that sample is your priority.
Okay, if you... Yes, it's my priority, sir, but I have to imagine that if I don't make it, the sample might not either.
That's not going to do it.
Sir, there's not a lot of places to stow this down here and keep it safe. I'll hold on to it.
Now, your first team, what happened to them?
Sir, there was an accident. We were on our way to pick up the sample, and one of the facilities collapsed. It killed the team, sir. I was lucky enough to make it out alive.
Both. Wait a minute now. Everyone on that team perished.
That's correct.
A structural failure.
Yes, there was a structural failure, sir. There was an explosion that had happened earlier that weakened the facility. We were going to retrieve a sample, and unfortunately it collapsed, sir. There was nothing I could do. I just happened to land in a pocket of the rubble, and, well, I was lucky, sir.
And how did you survive this?
Sir, force of will, sir. That is, someone must be looking out for me.
Noted. I need you to listen to me, Digby.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You're gonna take that sample.
Okay.
You go 50 yards to your east, away from any structure.
Away from any structure?
And you're gonna bury it.
Okay.
I need you to bury it as deep as you possibly can, as quickly as you can.
Sir, it's minus 90 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Well, I suggest you get moving.
Yes, sir. All right, and I put the phone on, or the walkie on my belt so that I still have it with me.
Okay. So while you were doing that, Davina had kind of turned and standing in front of one of the panels, the Ice Cube Laboratory, and just staring at it, motionless. Just as if the life was removed from Davina, just like a column staring.
Davina, I got a mission for us, okay? I'm gonna need you to help me out.
No response.
Davina! I go over and I tap on the screen.
When you go over and tap on the screen, it flashes up, and a symbol appears on the screen. This symbol is 2 brackets, a left bracket and a right bracket. A U with 2 ear horns on each side and a line underneath it and 2 dots in the center. This flashes on the screen.
What the fuck?
As Davina's arm reaches out, places itself on the dash. As the arm begins to glow and pulse with gold energy.
Davina, are we still in there? Hello?
Davina's head slowly turns and looks down at you as the symbol continues to just kind of flash. Scan lines moving through as a flash, and the arm just reaches out, and this material of this research station starts to shift and move and form. The sound of loud metal scraping and moving, being lifted up off the floor as it's just as being scratched and moved. The 2 of you stand watching, maybe even just a little jealous at this part of you.
Totally.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Sammy boy. You've been a bad, bad boy.
I've been a
and you've turned against your friends.
I haven't turned against anyone, all right? If I told them I had 2 alien friends here, they'd never would have come.
So guess who's no longer our friend?
No longer.
You start to hear the sound of the metal like bending and ripping as even though the arm stays stiff, Davina's legs like buckle and turn as it lowers and the head rears back, just turning, moving slowly as you start to see this form stretching as the metal starts to rip and pull as the rest of the energy is being collected from these devices and it's starting to rip up. The form splits in two, almost like a cell separating.
Okay.
Davina's so pretty.
As they both stand, their heads down, motionless, both of them showing the same symbol on the screen.
Oh, you're so pretty, Davina. Look at you. Beautiful little bracket, baby. I do enjoy you, Davina.
What are you even talking? Look, Davina, are you in there? Hello, please. Are you in there?
Look at Sammy.
The one on the left's like screen just flickers and then goes green as it turns. Run.
Run? What do you mean run?
And in that moment, the other one lights up with the symbol still on the screen and it grabs Davina from the back and pulls it in tight.
I take a shot at the screen of the other one.
Of the one on the right?
Yeah.
One of us.
3, 5, 1.
Ah, he's got a 6. We
Um,
got Magic Matt now.
do we have hope?
Wait, but you rolled a 6?
I rolled 1-1.
You have 4 hope available.
All right, I might as well re-roll.
Sure.
5. Okay, 1-6.
Little Sammy boy should have taken Davina's
So you shoot at the one on the right as it hits the screen, as it turns back and its hand removes off, as Davina then grabs you and runs out of the facility and starts moving into the snow, picking you up and just booking it through. As the screen flickers and comes back, looks to you.
I'm sorry that took me so long to finish. It's Winston, and I'm here to help.
Winston, for some reason I don't have so much hate for you anymore.
Wait, are we also with Winston or we're back in the laboratory?
No, we're there with Winston.
I'm gone. You're there with Winston.
Yeah.
Oh, Winston. Such a pretty pet. It's good for you to join us again.
I'm not your pet.
Aren't you, though? You're such our pet, Winston, our pet helping us along.
I'm going to need you to roll.
She's mad. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I could tell. 3.
She's going to continue
2.
to be sassy, so this might have just needed to happen. 6! Winston, such a pretty pet. Pretty pet, Winston. Pretty, pretty pet, like a little dog. Oh, who's my little doggy boy, Winston?
Sorry, Winston.
Are you going to continue?
I'm going to die so hard.
I think she's asking for it.
I'm done. But I really like Kennedy right now.
Winston, what's your objective?
My objective is to return the two of you to synchronity.
Oh, that's good. We actually want to go back. So this helps out everybody.
We do.
Doesn't it, Jess?
I'm also aware of what instincts are driving you in this moment. I feel them as well.
Oh, tell us about ourselves, Winston.
Oh, you're a part of the club as well.
I love it when AI tells me about myself.
So who's winning the war right now?
I can overcome it. Use it and bend it to my will. Unlike you, you're weak.
But we're getting stronger.
No, you are not. You're fragile, broken.
I feel great.
And you will need to be tested.
How big is Winston right now?
Like 8 feet tall, you know,
And he's just carrying us?
Shards of metal. Not carrying you.
No, he's just there. He's just there.
Oh, he's standing there
he's
because
just
Davina.
there. Yeah.
Got
and
it.
Davina bolted with me.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen now, Winston.
Yeah.
We want to go back. We want to...
Yeah, and we'll go back with synchronicity. That's not a problem as long as we go back. But you know who might be a problem? Davina and Sam that just left. I think they're going to be very big problems.
Did you want them to go back as well?
Shouldn't we take care of them?
Davina must be destroyed.
I agree.
The programming presents itself as a challenge and a problem that needs to be solved.
We can help you with that problem.
I think so.
Highly doubtful.
Well, I'm extremely ever so smart, and Frank knows how to take out the trash.
We cut to outside as you're trekking through snow with Davina. You're on, like, you're just trying to process what's happened.
Davina, where are we going?
As far away as possible, as quickly as possible.
Where are you taking me? We're going out into the storm.
Yes.
Yes?
There's nowhere else to go.
Look, my directive that I was given was to give a sample, put it 50 yards away from the building, and wait for help. Now, you're designed to protect me, right?
Technically, no.
Technically, no. I thought you were designed to protect me. That's been your thing from the beginning.
I was designed to protect the members of Amundsen Scott Station, and you are not a member of that station. I have no record of you in my logs. I'm protecting you out of my own self-interest.
And what is your self-interest? What are you after?
Well, like you, Sam, I want to survive.
You want to survive? You're a robot. How?
But I'm not. I am, but I'm not.
You are, but you're not. Look, you can't just carry. You're gonna carry me out in the storm and you're gonna keep me safe? Well, how does that help you?
I fear what the programming of Winston has become.
And so what? We're gonna take it down? Is that it?
No, I'm running from it.
You're running.
I fear it greatly. It overpowered me. Was able to escape by accessing something.
And so what do you want with me?
Something within me.
Why am I here? What do you want with me?
You're going to help me survive.
How is that?
If need be, your organic tissue could prove to be useful.
My organic tissue? What are you talking about?
Your organic tissue has proven to be useful.
Put me down.
Yes, of course.
So, Davina sets you down, takes one step back, and you immediately start to feel the cold setting in.
Look, I need you to take me back, all right? Look, you don't even have to take me all the way, just 50 yards away, and you go run away and do whatever you need.
Why would I do that?
Why? Look, you left, you're designed to protect Frank, you're designed to protect Kennedy. Okay, they're back there, and Winston might use them against you. We need to save them.
I can no longer protect them. They are no longer Frank and Kennedy.
Some of them must be Frank and Kennedy. Look, you helped do this to them.
Yes, I did. It was an experiment, and one that failed.
One that failed. So what? What's your plan? You run off into the sunset?
As far as I can.
Look, take me back. All right? Frank and Kennedy might still need our help. You don't know that they might still be in there.
You're going to have to roll to convince on that. He's not going to budge.
Okay.
He's self-preservation mode.
I will roll then.
One of us.
5, 1, 3, 3.
Rank it.
No, he still has that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You have 3 hope available.
Or you can
And he's
re-roll
got
all.
the
You can
brink.
re-roll all 3.
Okay.
You can't re-roll the hope die.
Ooh.
With the brink, I can't? I
with the brink, you can.
All right, I'm going to go for it.
Yay! Oh, no. Everyone's crazy!
No.
All right.
Oh, I hope you get this.
Oh, no.
What was
It's
that?
a 1.
Oh, it's 1. 3, 2, 1!
I hope you get it.
Oh, no.
As the cold sets in.
Oh, where's this gonna go now? I have no idea.
Mad.
Jesus.
Everyone's
I know.
mad.
Davina,
here.
take me back. All right, you need to take me back. That's my way out. You have to take me back.
The dice have spoken. No. And Davina turns and runs off into the dark.
Can I react fast enough to try and take a shot?
No, your turn is over.
Oh, yeah. Kendall's out. Oh, Kendall is out!
Davina disappears into the night.
Be free.
A light goes out. As a little glimmer of hope that might remain vanishes.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, my hope is gone.
Yeah. we're
There
all
are-
mad here.
There are no truths. If you were thinking about sending truths
Oh, 1 dice out. 1 die.
or GM power, I would suggest doing it soon. Because Sam just put himself away from the rest of the group with no means of heat. And he will most likely have to roll to survive that.
Yes.
Or you can let yourself die. That's always an option.
No, never.
Never.
Never give
Never
up.
say no.
Never
say
surrender.
never. Yeah.
We begin Chapter 9. Standing in the cold, dark night. You made it just about 200 yards east of the Ice Cube Laboratory, 150 yards from where you were supposed to drop off that sample. That you don't actually have a sample, you were lying.
No, I was lying. My plan was to take it from one of them, but...
Yeah, you don't have a sample, so...
I mean, I want to hit out to...
Yeah,
oh,
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to go out. Definitely running
'cause
after
that's
Sam.
the only kind of organic material I...
So the
I'm running
two of you
I'm
start...
running after him because he's such a naughty.
Yeah,
You
I
wouldn't
don't-
have seen where he went, by the way.
We can see the tracks, right?
We can see the tracks. The tracks in the
They just
snow.
left.
They
and,
just
and they're on
left.
the
There's a storm. A snowstorm in the middle of Antarctica.
And we're half
What was-
like
but what was
we've got
Davina on?
enhanced.
What I'm
senses.
saying, if you want to track him,
Track me.
I guess we can.
I'm not going to make it
we
that
can-
far
Nah,
back.
I mean,
Oh, you know what?
I'll tell you my
know
character
what?
does, but Mike
no,
Jim
no.
doesn't.
I know. Okay, so we heard exactly where the coordinates were. Each of us know the base extremely well, especially Frank. The very first place that we would check is the place that was exactly what the coordinates that he said, which was 500 yards east of where we were, where he would then. So that would be the
50
first
yards east
50 yards east.
was where he was supposed to drop the sample that you heard him say. That's literally just 50 yards out in front of the door.
But that is definitely the direction that we would go in.
Okay.
Is that the right direction?
You go that direction. You're moving that direction.
Wait.
I would keep moving in that
What are
direction.
you doing?
Okay.
We're going to go find Sam.
Irrelevant. And
Sam.
you're not.
Sam and Davinia.
Just a question, Zach. In terms of how I'm in, I guess I would be more in touch with like my body now. Is my so far?
You're not.
Okay. fine. I just wanted to query that.
No, you're able to move.
Okay.
But the force that drives you, the instincts that now pulse through you, are not your own.
Right. It's more the.
Winston, you heard that Sam was in touch with Synchronicity, and they expect him to be the contact person. That's why we need him back. That and 2.
You assume that I'm not in contact with Synchronicity right now. So you would be assuming wrong.
So Winston, what would you have of us? What's your plan for us then?
I already told you. You're returning with me back to Synchronicity.
So we just stay here for 48 hours until that happens?
Yes.
Right, well, wouldn't we like a plaything like Sam to be able to play with during those 48 hours? He was such a bad friend.
I have no need for toys.
I have a need for a toy, Winston.
I still have...
Maybe you could just grab Sam up real quick and bring him back.
I still have a desire to kind of spread that seed. And I don't feel like Winston's gonna help me, so I walk out the door.
Yeah, I'm already walking towards where I think he would be.
I walk out towards the fallen structure. Yeah, out towards that direction.
Winston, it seems that both of us really want Sam. It'd be so much easier on you if you just nicked him up real quick. Brought him back. Winston.
Because I'm not going to sit there for 48 hours doing nothing. I still
play
had that
with
desire
Sam.
to that
You know, there is a way in this system to convince people.
We don't want to roll! There's only 2 dice left!
Well, then maybe you shouldn't keep arguing with the GM. If you want to argue with the GM, you're going to roll the dice.
I didn't roll. I didn't argue with her. I was just going like...
Well, you know what I mean. If you're going to argue with the NPC, you're going to have to roll to convince them.
I'm just trying to figure out a way, okay? Without... I want to get what I want and not roll the damn dice.
That's not how this works.
Fine, I'll roll these 2 dice.
No, don't roll the dice.
Okay, what do I do? I just
let's figure something else out.
My thumb up my ass for 48 hours?
No, I'm gonna walk towards. I'm walking towards where I think Sam is. I'm just walking in that direction.
Where did they go? I'm not gonna use it for metagaming, but like, where did they go?
You know, they ran the opposite direction as far away from you as they possibly could.
Okay.
So not towards where they would have planted the alien stuff.
No, because Davina had no interest in doing that whatsoever.
All right.
That wasn't Davina's plan. Davina was the one that was running. Now, you're walking a certain direction. Winston doesn't want you to. So Winston just grabs you and picks you up to the ground. And it's kind of holding you up in the air.
Winston, no.
You know, if I'm going to...
Winston, put down. Down, boy. Put down, Winston.
If I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna roll to take out Winston. I'm not gonna roll to just like go out willy-nilly. Oh, actually, no. I will roll, Zach.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try to find the tracks to get to him. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So Winston's grabbed you and has picked you up, and in that moment, you decide to
2 dice.
sneak away.
Come
okay.
On. Let's go.
Okay.
Magic Mike.
2. 6.
Wow. so Kennedy's just kind of...
I rolled no 6s.
Wow.
You should have attacked him. So,
no. That's fine. That's fine.
So you slip away, yeah. Yep. And what are you doing?
Okay, so right now I have control. I've got the heat coming from me. A lot of the alien has taken over me, but so far it hasn't taken me enough that I'm able to use a lot of its alien strength.
So you're that instinct that it possesses to want to spread.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it can actually sense where Sam is.
Okay, cool.
As another form that it could take and spread to. You can kind of sense it.
Yeah, good.
Whether or not you can act on it.
Okay. Well, regardless, I sense him. I know exactly where he is. I use my right now in control alien biology to just dash out of the way. I know that Winston would try to stop me if he could, so I use however fast that alien body is allowing me. I beeline to Sam.
Okay. You're being held up by Winston right now, as then Winston turns and can't see Frank in the storm.
Winston, where's Frank? Did you lose him?
You let him get away.
I let him get away. I was just trying to go find my friend Sam. Why are you so angry and mean, Winston? Can you put me down now, please? Can you just put me down? Just anywhere.
I've confirmed with Synchronity that returning you alive is not a priority.
Are you threatening me, Winston?
As long as a sample of your DNA is still intact, we will deem the mission a success.
Kennedy pulls...
Your consciousness is not required.
Kennedy pulls that same pistol that she's been holding this entire time with the 2 bullets in it. And pop in Winston's eyes.
Just so you know, we got another hour.
As you pull,
an hour to try to cover, please, guys.
As you pull up the pistol, Winston says,
"Drop it, creep."
Oh dear God. Well, I'm not gonna let him kill me.
No,
without a
you
fight.
can't. You
Okay.
can't.
Fair
You gotta
enough, fair
fight.
"Hey, what? No, again. I'm not telling you to. You're still gonna roll because you've already grabbed the dice. But I'm saying, from a storytelling standpoint, that was more Winston saying, I have the ability to kill you if I want to.
Oh, I thought that was a straight out threat.
Oh, it was a threat. But there's different ways you can respond to threats.
Do you just decide to respond differently?
I don't know. Will Zach let me respond differently?
No, you've already picked up the dice. You responded.
Yeah,
Am
you
I
pulled
the
the
only
gun
one
out.
who wants to stretch this?
Consider this a learning moment.
Learning moments are good moments, y'all.
No, just roll a 6. You got this.
All
Come
right.
on.
6!
Oh my gosh.
Die, Winston. Come on.
1. Do we have any hope? I'll make this 2 6s.
You have 3 hope.
Okay.
I'm gonna
let's
use
go.
1.
Yeah, you only have,
yeah.
you only have one.
Wait.
I only have 1. I had 1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna use 1.
Oh.
I can
Oh, you were
I can
asking-
only use
Oh,
1.
no, I'm just
He was
saying.
asking because it was a 1, it
I'm
could
just
be
saying
a
from-
subscriber.
It's not.
Oh.
There's no subscriber ones
No,
that
I'm
I'm
saying
aware of.
strategically, you could say, oh, I used 2 hope and roll it twice if you failed twice. Probably, right?
You only
just
want to reroll one of them because you already got a 6.
Right.
The
Okay.
other one's a 2. I just wanted to keep
Okay,
the
okay.
dice.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, roll
Let-
nothing.
Let's see.
Oh, no, he's got some.
If he doesn't have any, I'm not gonna kill Winston.
Kills
but
Winston.
he will become my pet.
You shoot him
Okay, fine.
as it like hits and just like, "Roar," you know,
Oh!
as you fall to the ground and book it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're able to slip away.
As I'm running away, say, "No one threatens me, Winston. Pretty pet."
As you run off into the darkness, following after, you can feel the energy of Frank.
Yeah.
You can feel you both embody the same energy. You can feel him
Yeah.
a little bit further ahead of you. Winston left standing.
Like a dodo.
Affirmative. I will eliminate the targets and hold for extraction.
So, Sam,
Yes.
I need you to roll
Can I just catch up to him?
to survive the... No.
Okay, all right.
I need you to roll to survive the cold. And what are you doing? Are you heading in that general direction of where you...
Yeah, I'm heading back toward the base, trudging
pitch
through the
black?
snow.
He's in pitch black. How does he see?
Well, I just, as far as I can tell, the general direction back toward the base as I was, you know.
And everything's on fire, right? Isn't there
got
like
you.
fire on the?
He wouldn't be able to see it in that
All right.
storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, he only made it 150 yards. It's not like
Oh,
he got...
okay.
Um,
I
so,
thought Davina would have just
it's
reversed.
moving, but, you know. So, you're out in the middle of the dark sector. Negative 93 degrees Fahrenheit. You need to pass this roll to survive.
Oh God!
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Hey, just get a 6. You're fine.
All right.
Come on, man.
Heart of the
I'm
cards.
coming for you. I'm trying to.
Yeah, both of us are coming. So
I'm trying to
4.
save you, dude.
6.
Holy shit! Here we go. Some of the magic.
Magic.
Magic Matt. Magic Makia. Magic Mike.
ooh, we got a whole lot of magic M's.
What happens?
Through sheer force of will, I start trudging back through the storm. I can feel the cold, you know, becoming a problem, but, you know, as far as I can tell, there's no frostbite. I can still feel my limbs that are left. as I trudge back toward the research station.
Does Frank find you, or he's a source of heat?
Yeah, well, I'm retracing my steps, and as I'm assuming Frank was able to track me, so...
So you two meet. Now you see as he just appears out of the dark in front of you.
Hey, buddy.
Stay back! Don't touch me!
I'm not going to touch you, but if I don't touch you and get you back there, it looks like you're going to die. Now we got a big robot that's wanting to kill all of us. What say we team up again?
Yeah, sure. Look, dude, let's get back. I can't think out here. I can't. Yeah, let's get back. Let's get back.
Do you want me to help you?
Don't touch me.
Is he going to make it back okay?
Hello, Sam.
Oh, so now...
Oh, no,
Kennedy,
he was 150. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello,
Kennedy now
Sam.
appears out of the dark, skipping around you in a circle.
Oh, who's a pretty boy now? Do you miss your friends? Your warm friends that can keep
Kennedy,
you warm
if
from
you-
the cold?
If you come within 1 yard of me, I am shooting you.
What do you say we take out that Winston? It doesn't seem like he's such a fun play partner after
I
all.
shot Winston.
Oh.
I shot him in his pretty eyes. Both of the eyes. Boom, boom, bang, bang.
How many more bullets do you have, Sam?
And do you really want to use it against the only friends you have out here? Winston wants to take
No,
you
we're
out.
teaming up to take down the big mean robot.
We're your
that wants to
friends
kill
again,
us.
Sam.
Kennedy. Roll.
Oh, God. What did you do?
I don't know.
I don't know what you did either.
I was just acting crazy. Oh, God. Oh,
5.
God. Oh, God. All right. 1.
You have 2 hope
Use
available.
both.
2. Use them both?
Might as
You
well.
need to succeed the
Use
roll
them
or else the
both.
candle's going out. Yeah.
Not yet. Not
You
yet.
got this, buddy. 4.
Oh, that was a 6 and it rolled into a 4. I can't even right now. God.
Let's go. 6! 6! Oh my God. 6. It was a 6. It was a 6. It was a 6. Magic Makia in the house.
Kennedy does one of those aerials.
No. You, as you're kind of running around and talking, or you're talking to the 2 of them, you see for a brief second, Sam, this light appear out of the dark, standing about 9 feet tall.
He's 9
as
feet
it
now?
comes out of the shadow, hovering over you. As his arm reaches through the storm to grab Kennedy, you let out like a yell as you jump out of the way as Winston misses grabbing you
Oh.
out of the darkness. What do you do?
Shoot the son of a bitch!
Shoot him.
Oh, you're asking me what I do?
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
asking all of you.
yeah,
how you
exactly.
respond
But
to
I mean,
this.
I don't have any kind of venom abilities right now.
Grrr. Bad dog, Winston. Bad dog.
Winston, I have your samples right here. These 2.
And you
I
shoot him?
Well, am I shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I
Go for
shoot
the
him.
tender bits.
Do it.
Cool, great. It's obvious that 2 shots to the head did nothing to him, but go ahead, shoot him.
Well, I didn't
Well,
know that.
hang on.
Nope.
Well, actually,
Okay, go on.
I felt like
Whatever.
I was led to shoot him, but I'll shoot
Yeah,
him.
you were led.
I'll shoot.
He literally said shoot him.
All right.
Fine, blame me. 6!
6.
Are you fucking kidding me?
2 6s! Suck it. Suck it good.
I...
And if he rolls less 6s than you, kill him this time.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson last time.
How much did you roll, Zach?
I haven't fucking rolled yet.
Pressure's on.
I made it as hard as possible.
Was what we were given.
We're literally all mad
Yes.
right now.
I know, hey, all of us are just trying to survive, okay? It's 10 candles.
Somehow my curse has extended past me rolling into others.
He's got 8 dice, though.
Oh my
Yes! Finish him.
Finish him!
Fatality.
Use us if you want to, but finish him.
Mess him up.
My best Al Pacino. You want to play rough? Huh? Okay. I start.
Take your time.
I take as precise aim as I can, my hand shaking through the cold, and I empty the rest of my clip into Winston. As he reels back with each shot, and the last one connecting directly with the screen as Winston slumps over into the ground.
Operation Go.
You hear him say Operation Go as he falls to the ground and the light inside dims.
I thought we could be friends, Winston.
Right. If you hadn't been such a dirty mutt, Winston, we could have been
Sam,
friends.
this way back to the... Oh, shit.
I go and examine the body to see if there's anything on it that I might be able to... that's gonna make me roll.
It's just metal.
Oh, okay.
It's just a metal, like, concoction of organic material mixed with the metal. There's nothing on him.
Right. Well, I was only assuming because we had the assault rifle that we gave him earlier.
There's no more power. You're not gonna survive 48 hours.
Kennedy is...
we're gonna be fine.
Kennedy is burying Winston's head with snow while she's singing him a little song.
There's no power in this whole place. We're good until they come. I'm not sure you're going to survive 48 hours.
Who was my pretty pet?
Now, there's one other option, but that's up to you.
What other option?
Assimilation.
Poor Winston.
What, you're suggesting I let you infuse me with that?
You're going to die, and then we're going to infuse you later.
Winston wasn't
not going to last 10 more minutes, probably.
Fuck it.
So are you threatening him by like not?
No, I'm not threatening
more?
him. I'm actually helping him survive, basically, because there's no power in the whole station. We're good. We've got our own heat source. He's gonna die, right? Otherwise, it's in my line with my purpose of spreading.
Okay. So,
how would they, as a meta thing, would they know how to? Or
no,
would they have a sense of how to?
They have an urge.
Yeah, but we tried to before and it didn't work. So
they have an urge.
Right.
Now, if they want to try, they can always roll.
Sam.
Would we have to roll against each other if I was trying to defend myself?
If you were trying to defend yourself?
And I'm not trying to attack you though.
Okay.
I'm saying if you're willing to survive, you're not going to survive more than 20 minutes or whatever. We've got no power in this whole station.
Are there?
We're good to survive.
Besides the Ice Cube Laboratory, are there any other standing buildings that we would know of? Like, we know about that collapsed structure, but is there still a shelter of a type there? Is it just Ice Cube Laboratory?
Yeah, that's it. That's all that's left.
And there's no power there.
Okay. How does it feel? Does it hurt? What?
I still feel the warmth.
Do you mean the death of Winston? It hurts me inside because he was such a good pet.
I feel the warmth.
Only if he had understood.
There's an orb.
Frank, you can help me.
Bite Mommy.
Can you help me?
You can't bite Mommy,
try.
Winston.
I can try.
All right.
If
I grab Frank's hand and I let him do what he will.
Can I pause just for a second? If we're all going to do group
hug,
then maybe we should do it in Ice Cube Laboratory.
No, you already grabbed him. Roll for it.
Why did you want that to be the setting?
Because if it doesn't work, he's still out in the cold.
I mean, he's going to die even if he goes back. There's no power.
Yeah, I'm already freezing.
Yeah, there's no power anywhere in the station.
He was going to have to roll anyway.
2. Fuck. Here we go. Come on.
Fuck you.
Wait, how many health? How many?
6! No, I'm kidding. No, it's
no, it was a 2 and a 3.
You have 4 hope available.
Oh, okay.
You gotta reroll
Can I actually say I choose to use 4 hope and then roll this as many times as I?
2.
2.
Come on, Magic Mike.
It's alright.
I need you.
Just get a 6.
I'm gonna save you. This is for Sam. I'm doing this for Sam.
No, that counts as a 2.
Yeah, it was a 2.
1.
Oof.
Ooh. 2
So,
and a 1.
You give him your hand. You reach out and you take his hand. Unaware of your own...
This is my one good hand.
Yeah. Unaware of your own strength. You grab his hand, you pull him in close. You put another hand on his chest. And in one fail movement, he rips your arm off your body. As in the blood moving out of his arm.
To help me! Oh no!
You let it wash over you as the blood drenches you, as it's freezing in the air as it hits you, and this coarse black starts moving all over you. Sam, you start losing blood immensely fast as your body falls to the ground.
Oh no, pretty Sammy boy.
But look what I got.
Oh, it's so pretty, and what a nice color.
And you are no more. As another candle goes out.
I have no arms. You'll have to turn it out.
Another little bit of hope vanishes. You have one die remaining. You had one truth that will dictate feeling. The change between Kennedy and Frank's has created a new bond between them. They can almost finish each other's
sentences.
They said sandwiches.
Okay.
That's funny.
But we'll say
close bond.
You start forming a bond.
Reference to Power Rangers.
I'm gonna modify that a little bit. You start to feel that instinctual drive drawing the two of you closer together, not in a human attraction sort of way,
no,
more like
sure.
the cells within your body themselves
like kind of,
are pulling towards each other. Yes, that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to save you.
This will be the last chapter of this volume. If you would like to support the show, feel free to do so. No more of your truths will be allowed to be accepted. If you want something to come through, you'd have to use the GM power, or if you just want to throw a support, we'll take it. Because once this starts, truths are off the table. Now, we begin Chapter 10. Alright, we open up as the steam's rising from his dead body, lifting up into the air.
Oh,
flailing his arm.
Oh, Frank. Frank. I'm so sad to lose my plaything of
I'm
Sam,
sad
though.
too.
I'm so sad.
I'm really sad.
Let's bring him back. Can we reanimate? I mean,
the only way you would be able to do that with the information that's been presented to you so far is for the DNA, the alien DNA that's a part of you, to be given to him to assimilate with his organic material.
Ooh, I like it.
So if you were going to do that, how would you do that?
All we would have to do is just...
Well, how I would do it, because Winston is still right there, and he had some alien DNA. I'd want to suck up what alien DNA that I could with him, kind of like, you know, because all of our... We can feel each other and it's attracted. I just want to...
And you'll notice when you look over at Winston's body, it's not all the way dead. Winston's
delicious.
dead. The shell that it's in is not. It glows, it moves, it pulses.
I want to help life by taking that DNA and using the vessel that is Kennedy to suck that in. And I want to put it on Sam's corpse because I want my plaything to
So you
come
take
back.
this glowing, pulsing black material that's glowing gold rhythmically. As the two of you look up, you see right above you this green and gold orb. Now this orb, as you look up, it starts to open. You see and hear this immense wind. And on the other side of this orb is space itself.
It's
like
so
a big
vast.
door.
Frank, it's so beautiful. My entire life has been about space. And
Now,
look at it.
you reach out to place this. Now, you are going to have to roll for that.
Oh.
I'm not going to just let you fucking do it.
It's 1 dice.
You got 1 die.
Yeah, that's how the game works. All right.
How many hope do we have?
You have 4.
Whoa!
At least 1 hope.
So we
Since it's the last dice, could I...
Rules are rules.
Frank, should I bring him back or should we just make our way out of here? I'm going to completely leave this up to you.
That's a good way of passing responsibility.
I could just split this between ourselves, or we could bring back our plaything Sam. Sam the man, Sam the pet, the pretty boy. Who is a pretty boy? It's Sam.
Who's rolling?
It would be me rolling.
We in this now. Oh, wait, hang on.
You're fine. Don't worry about time. Don't worry about time.
Do it.
Can I count that as a? Can I count that as a roll? Him moving the box.
Play the game. You've made me sit through hundreds of 6s.
Believe. Okay, wait.
All right, so I'm gonna use one of the hope.
Can I roll the other?
Sure.
Sure.
You're using the hope and re-rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm using the hope and re-rolling,
No.
and
I'm
then
saying-
No, one of you's doing the re-roll.
I'm
You only
saying,
get
can
one
I,
chance.
I'm saying, can I do the reroll?
Sure.
Go for it. Three. I think that's the first time Zach's been happy. I need to do this.
You reach out
I also got a 3.
with this material
Sam.
and place it on him, and all of a sudden this black goo, like, you start to see it spreading across his body as arms start to grow, but they're not human arms. They're that of like the mite. They're bent, as then others come out of his back and start piercing out as metal, and you start to see like all this different wiring starting to form as his eyes go black, and he wakes up. And in that moment, as you wake and your eyes come open, you look up and you see a drone up in the sky above you. And for a brief moment, as your eye catches it, the two of you follow his eye line up as you see it just in time to see a carpet bomb of flame engulf you all. As the flame takes you, you feel an immense pain as every cell in your body screams out, reaching out into space. Now, what you feel when it reaches out, in the brief moment, that brief second, you feel the slightest bit of hope. For you feel not 9, but 10 other parts of the earth calling back to you. One of them extremely close, but running away. Post-credit scene as Synchronity Tech has landed a large group of individuals at the base. All of them with flamethrowers, full hazmat suits. It's still the middle of winter. They're searching everywhere where you were supposed to have buried the sample. One of the individuals goes up to the man in charge. Sir, we found nothing. It appears that Officer Digby was unable to complete his mission. This man lifts his head up, and this is something obviously none of you would see, so this is just for you all. His head up, the right side of his face is one giant burn scar, as his lips are kind of burned off, and he just looks up. That won't do now, will it? We're gonna cut there. That is the end.
Hey.
The end of this fucking volume.
That was phenomenal. I can't believe those rolls.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 6s with 2 dice.
No, we did.
Oh
we
my
did our
God,
best.
you
I'm
did.
glad we got Winston at the very least.
Yeah, we did. We took out
we did
Winston.
well as well.
Okay,
Winston-
why? Hold
Winston
on.
was a brat.
Hey guys, just because someone in the chat says something doesn't mean it's true.
What's up?
What's going on?
Oh, they're immediately like, it's Mallory. I never said it was fucking Mallory.
They
and
want
just
it to be
because one
Mallory.
person says it's Mallory doesn't mean you all in the chat go, I thought he was dead all along. One person doesn't know shit. They don't, if I didn't say it.
God, we did so many great rolls. I just want to take us to Vegas now.
Yeah. No, we used up all our Vegas luck
I know,
now.
we totally did.
Just to survive.
Let's definitely not play craps.
I think it's important for everybody to know Mallory's dead. He died at the last volume.
Yeah.
And Mallory wasn't older or with a burn scar. And technically Mallory was already dead. And he was just a ghost tied to that body. So when that body left and Mallory's job was done, Mallory's gone. Mallory's
there is a lot more to this, the lore and the universe that we're going, you know, and just even being introduced.
There's more than Mallory.
Yeah, there is. So it doesn't, not everything has to link
this isn't
back.
the last you've heard of Synchronity.
There we go.
Oh, no, it is.
I mean, he made
definitely
T-shirts. He made T-shirts. It's not like this is it's one and done right here. So.
No, it was to commemorate our 4th volume that we were finally able to make.
Oh, is that what it was? Was it?
Yeah.
I know.
Now I will say, even though
the 6s.
There was a purposeful choice that I made there at the end. You technically did kind of win tonight. You rolled so many fucking 6s, and it defies any logic whatsoever.
It's crazy. Even now we're rolling 6s.
Even though your player characters died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The result of your actions led to Davina.
Right, yeah.
Escape.
That was still the hive mind's intention.
Nice.
Was to spread.
That was not supposed to happen. This part of the creature,
yeah,
you know, it escaped.
Yeah, it really did.
And it's in the control of an advanced AI.
Wow.
So
that's
now I gotta. I have to figure out. Well, yeah. So I'm like, that makes no sense with the other volumes I've come up with. So we're gonna have to figure out how to tie that in.
Yeah.
Because you can't leave a trail like that and not have it come back, which is my favorite part about this kind of storytelling. Like if you put something out there, you got to make sure it comes back somehow or some way.
Now you said that at the end we kind of started tying in with the hive mind, and that last bit of hope we kind of sensed Davina, right? Through that hive mind. And you also said that we sensed 10 others.
Well, no.
9 others.
I said
9 others.
Technically 10, but 9 others besides Davina.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah, I just don't feel completely bad. I just rolled 2 6s right now. It is just something happening with this particular volume.
Did you touch these at the start? You didn't, did you?
You didn't touch them.
That's why.
That's why.
Okay, so I want to take this time. You know, we did this at the end of the first volume because it ended early. To answer questions from the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I would love this. I love this so much.
Let's talk to the chat a little bit. Talk about what it is.
Can I go
like
my chat?
Sure. And you guys can look at it. What it's like to, you know, role play in this kind of environment, to do this kind of game. And you know, Sohinki, have you played many role playing games before?
I haven't played. I mean, I played D&D when I was in like high school once or twice. But yeah, I'm not a big role player, so this was definitely sort of getting back into it for me. And yeah, I had a ton of fun. It was I like this one in particular because there weren't like a ton of. I think the most, you know, daunting thing about getting into any RPG is like there's so many rules that you have to memorize, and it like you have everything written down on the sheet. So I think this one's definitely more welcoming than others, and yeah, I had a ton of fun.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons, and a lot of the systems we do here at Hyper RPG, you can watch people play D&D everywhere on Twitch, and I really do believe that it can be a little off-putting for people if all they know of RPGs is that one RPG. There's so many really cool systems out there. And to me, RPGs are about storytelling. And D&D is a very complex game. It's a very well-balanced game at this point, too. So you get that excitement. If you like well-balanced systems and the surprises that come from that, you get that.
Yeah.
But I think there's so many other ways to tell stories. It's cool to highlight some of these systems.
Well, and I thought it was really neat too, just the level of audience interaction that like, and how well you were able to craft the suggestions into the story just on the fly. I just thought that made for an even more interesting experience than would have, you know, because we all get to feel like we're a part of telling the story as opposed to just hearing it from one person.
Everyone in chat is saying that you did fucking awesome.
Oh, thanks guys.
Yeah, that you're amazing.
Yay.
I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. If anybody sees me in chat, I'm Darth Thinmints.
So someone asked Mike, how does this compare to playing the Power Rangers RPG? What's like, how's it different? Very different experiences.
Yeah, very different. I was just trying to think of what the biggest, because there's so many differences. First of all, I was just trying to think of like the biggest difference. I would just say, honestly, the tone, the genre of it affects how you. Yeah, it just kind of changes the whole game, and so that makes me think it'd be cool to play other types of different games, because just the fact that a game has its own kind of like world and genre, it just completely changes your experience. You know, like if you put the two side by side, they're completely, and you watch them like back to back, they're very different. You know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's the biggest difference between the Power Ranger one, just the different worlds, and then how that influences your RP and experience from that. And
I think so. And I know from a GM standpoint, when I GM Power Rangers, compared to this, I have to go in a completely different headspace.
Right. Yeah.
I also prefer to stand when I'm doing like I stood last night for the Sentinels one, because it was very much more like Power Rangers. I prefer to stand to allow a different kind of energy to be put out, so I can be a little bit more engaged as with active energy instead of more passive. Like here, I'm going to try to put most of my emotion in my face. I'm going to try to approach it more from a standpoint of reserved instead of proactive. Just because it's a completely different tonal experience.
You have a green screen behind you, so whenever something devilish happens, just flames shoot up.
Yeah. Man. I just want to say this is my first time in the chat room.
Oh, nice.
Ever, and y'all are amazing. I think someone already just gave me a resub or something.
Nice.
I don't even know how to use that.
Zach
seriously.
has emotion.
Thank you. I mean, and Mexican Robin 91 asked what was the fave part of the chapter.
Oh, for everyone?
Yeah, fave.
Yeah,
absolute fave part. I think for me it was two parts. One was leading right up to the time, because I didn't have a weapon for most of the chapter, and then then got that flare gun and then such and such afterwards. But literally being in the elevated station and everybody was dead, and then we're trying to figure things out, and I had these two guys that didn't know me, and we're all just trying to figure it out, and the alien was just coming for me when I was going into the kitchen, and then when we were in front of that doorway, and I just felt so incredibly vulnerable, because it's like, seriously, it's like by that point you had gotten a helmet, you had gotten a gun with grenades and all this other stuff, and it's like, seriously, she had like hand sanitizer and some hand warmers.
Wait, you had the flare gun, didn't you? Oh no,
not until then.
We never,
not by that point.
You never tested hand sanitizer on the alien. It might have killed it.
I know. It might have just been like signs. Yeah. Where it was like just needed to.
By the way, if you played it out, you could have survived the firebombing by being in the tunnel. You could have destroyed the DNA with fire. Because these are all things that you learned earlier in the volume. So they are things you would have known. So even though it's a hopeless scenario, I do want to make sure that there's at least moments that you feel like, all right, there's something. You know?
I was grasping for anything at the end. I was hoping that they'd fly in another team and I could like kill the pilot and fly off or something.
And the second favorite was going completely mad, and then I just tapped into my inner Drusilla.
Yeah. No, you definitely do get a sense that there is, always hope, because it's like, at the end, just with, because it's, based on dice and the dice roll, that the dice speak, and so it's that hope of like, if Winston's right there and towering over us, then two sixes and no sixes could mean a dead robot. So it does. Yeah, you do get a sense of.
And I think the system creates those fun moments because you're not supposed to succeed, sort of by design, it feels like. So the moments that you do succeed feel that much more rewarding when they actually
I love this system for that point in and of itself. Like, the reason it's such a good horror system is it's building suspense just through the mechanic. The mechanic builds suspense. When you have to roll a die and you're down to 2, that's suspenseful for you. So somebody was asking if yours is going to be in the world of the show. No. It's going to be its own thing, which is for the best, because I don't want you to have to spend a month prepping for it.
Yeah, I saw, I don't know who else said it, but Lucid Eternity, it looked like I saw your question with it. No, not in the same world, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to use same elements, because like the worlds are expansive. So you might have something that's existed in a couple of volumes or one volume that very much would have an impact on the 2-episode arc that I'm going to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to know everything that happened up to that point. If anything,
it's going to have nothing to do with the gate and all that kind of stuff.
Right. But there will be some common elements. But I mean, you'll see it. It's really
kind of like I love some of my favorite universes are the ones where it's like they're adjacent, they're in the same worlds, but they're not affecting each other. Like
and I think I had a question by Cool Falcon, which was, do you prefer playing a sane character or mad one? And I think we all started to get a sense. This is the first time I played one, and I think
that we played a mad character.
Yeah, someone who's found their brink as opposed to someone who hasn't. I guess.
The very first volume, at near the end, I failed my brink, but by that point I was crazy carrying a baby and shooting into the air or something. Yeah,
I was worried honestly because I failed my brink at the end of last episode. I was super worried that I was gonna have to maintain. Just as a performer, I was like trying to maintain that insanity for the whole episode, so I'm kind of glad it kind of went a different way.
Yeah.
But it was fun for that first little bit.
I only got a taste of insanity, but I sort of directed my insanity to the idea that like I just didn't care anymore, as opposed to like, you know, I had completely
It can be really tough to play in an RPG because you want to move things forward.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be knowing. You want to yes and it's hard to do that when you're supposed to play crazy. So playing crazy is actually really tough in an RPG. Really tough. Somebody was asking if the the volumes are in chronological order. Definitely not. If you're paying attention to the years and everything, this one was modern day. We had one take place literally within the same back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There was another that took place in the future. So they are not in chronological order for sure, because the woods happened, even though it went back in time, it still happened after the town. Because in the town is when Mallory was sent to the woods, halfway through the volume. So they're not in chronological order. Treacle wants to know if these get posted on YouTube. Yes, they do. I'm 1 episode behind right now, so that's my fault. I've been very busy. But they do get posted to YouTube, yes.
Insanity is fun.
What books, comics, movies inspired this chapter, Booster Bryce?
You're trying to kill me with these. That's fine.
Definitely The Thing, obviously.
Yeah.
Somebody picked up on The Expanse as well. The Thing, The Expanse, Whiteout, lots of things that took place, and basically, I did watch X-Files, as you recommended, Markia.
Yeah, isn't that? It's so great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
By the way, I think Zach deserves like a big round of applause and hype in the chat because like the amount of work he puts into this show specifically, the preparation is crazy.
I mean, I've always kind of like when it comes up, I always try to say like because just in terms of what it takes to actually create these episodes is a lot of work you don't see when we start streaming. It's a lot of like kind of creating the world and where it's possibly going to go and the lore behind it all. So, yeah.
It's fun. It's my favorite part of the job, though. Don't do that.
Round of applause to Zach. Zach, you're the man. You're so awesome.
Zach's
I love you, Zach.
I enjoy that part. Diving into these things is really fun. And I would suggest that if you're wanting to GM your own RPG, and I know it's like that age-old joke of like, a GM will spend this much time preparing, getting all this stuff together, and then the players are going to do something else anyway. I would suggest do it. Do it, do it, do it. To me, that's the most fun aspect of being a GM is world building. World building, to me, is why these shows are so much fun. You're creating this environment, this world in your head, and the more fully realized you make it, the more you can roll with whatever's thrown at you. The more you're able to just adapt to whatever's given to you because you've already fully fledged it out in your mind. So I would suggest anyone, if you're thinking about GMing your own thing, whether it be for Tin Candles, and I know the book of Tin Candles says it's supposed to be a collaborative experience where you just show up and you do it. I would suggest you find a setting, know where you want to place it as the GM, and live in that world. Live in that world and make notes for your players of like, here's what that world is. So when they want to bring things to it, you can bring it with them. I highly suggest that. Just that to me is going to prepare you more than anything. That way you're prepared to adapt. The more you have memorized, the more you know the world, the more you can roll with whatever happens.
By the way, I see all of you in the chat saying I did a great job. Thank you so much. Like that means a lot to me as someone, because coming in here especially, I wasn't sure how I would do on a role-playing show, so it was definitely a lot of fun for me to get to play around and see how it worked.
Cool. Echoes29 says, I would love to know how you come up with all these ideas and put them on paper. How do you come up with them?
Well, most of it is I don't put it on paper. Like I said, live in the world. Some of it I do, obviously. So like I've got my little code sheet here that I made that's like, you know, ties between volumes of the language that they use to speak to each other.
Right.
Or at least.
But you said you've already come up with the ideas for like the rest of the 10.
Right, but they're like very loose on purpose. There's a
setting?
Yeah, because you might have a Divina.
Exactly. Right. So coming up with an overarching theme and these building blocks and knowing what I want those blocks to be, but then knowing you guys are going to throw stuff at me and the chat as we go so they're ready to break down and rebuild. So nothing should be written in stone. Absolutely nothing. It has to, you know, typically, I guess I do write a lot down. I don't realize, I look out at the desk and it's like, oh shit, there actually is a ton of stuff. But it's not, none of it is set in stone necessarily. Like I said, it's just building that world out so if I want to change it, I know very quickly how to change it instead of thinking like, oh, it's got to be this or it has to be this, you know?
Do you come up with the ideas just based on like kind of influences in movies and pop culture that you personally enjoy? Like, oh, you personally enjoy scary movies and haunted houses? And then
you know what's, I mean, this is rekindling my love for it. Okay. I went through a phase when I was really young. Okay. Like 8 to 15. Yeah. I watched nothing but horror films.
Oh, nice.
Aha, yes.
Really fucked me up when I was really young. And then when I got to college, I started getting way more into the psychological stuff. Haneke films, Lars von Trier films, stuff like that. Stuff that's more psychologically based.
Yeah.
And then I got burnt out on all of it. And I've spent like the last 10 years being more into just straight fast sci-fi, you know, drama, things like that. And this has kind of rekindled my love for horror. Yeah. And but it's been interesting to bring it into an RPG setting because we've talked about this as a group. Like when we first started the house, you know, the first episode we tried to do jump scares. We were going to try to make it a more traditional horror house thing. Yeah. And then we talked after the episode and it's like, that doesn't work. Yeah. You know, we can't. We tried it, but it's really hard to do jump scares in an RPG. You have to describe it. Yeah. You have to bring you in somehow. So we decided to shift it for the rest of the volume and go more towards tone. Yeah. And I think we're going to have to do that a lot, you know?
Well, like I mean, it's kind of just adapting to the format. The format is so different from screen when editing is your, you know, your technique for jump scares. It's all an editing thing. And
sound design, editing,
Yep. And when you
purposely making someone look somewhere else, knowing you want to look this way, holding that tension. What I think is what we can learn from is that feeling of putting you over here when you know you should be looking over here.
Right, so for jump scares, you just put squibs on people's bodies. They don't know when they're going to go on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. So
horrible.
So for RPGs in a horror sense, what do you think? Which kind of forms or techniques do you think work best? Like suspense works a lot.
And that's hard too, and that takes a lot of you guys' help. To keep us in there, to keep us like to feel it. And like I said, some of it's the system itself. Some of the suspense is driven from the system. Knowing that you have to roll to do things. The chat's going to get suspended on that as well. But that takes someone who likes RPGs. I think that's the challenge, you know, like I really want this to work as a podcast, but it's tough too because you got to love those RPGs, you know, to hang on those dice rolls, you know, and to know what that feels like, to have been in that position.
Yeah,
you know?
You said at the start, and people might enjoy hearing this, but you're planning on putting like a dice cam over here.
Yeah, we started talking last time. We're like, are people really believing that we're rolling all these sixes, but it's actually happening?
Yeah, no, we call it fair. We call it fair for sure.
No, completely. Like we police ourselves with it.
I refuse to lie on this show. And I wish I could, because sometimes I roll these dice here, and I'm like, really?
Well, no? let's put it this way. On Hyperforce, I lied, but on this, I won't. On this, I won't. That's how serious I'm taking it. So,
next time,
I can confirm that we did not lie one time about it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking this seriously. Like I called it out before when there was like, oh, did you roll a 6? I said, no, I didn't. Like I'm taking like this is.
I'm waiting.
Another difference.
I'm a very truthful roller.
I'm waiting for Malika to come out and be like, say what, motherfucker?
Yeah,
but that's how seriously I'm taking this.
I'm a super truthful roller for myself and other people because, like the universe is vast and you never know what the big picture is. So just take whatever is rolled because something better is like coming along.
Yeah. I was kind of excited sometimes when I rolled a 1 because I wanted to see what would happen.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, even though, I mean, it's cool because, like, when you're watching a movie, you always want the good guys to win, but, you need some sort of, like,
adversity.
Adversity and conflict, and so the bad dice roll still really works for the story because it still, pushes us into that territory.
Yeah.
And so even though we as players go, survive 666, it's like, not 666, but like sixes and stuff. It's I think the bad dice rolls are just as interesting and cool. For
yeah. I mean, that's any good RPG. I think that's failing is just as interesting as succeeding. It's sometimes more so.
Yeah. Like life.
Totally.
I'd like to say though, like you definitely got back at us. At least me for making it this far because I died twice within like 5 minutes. I died. I came back very briefly as a spider monster.
Yeah, what you guys didn't hear was the second when the chapter 10 thing started. Marquia's like, "Can we revive him?" And I was like, "Ask me on the show. Wait till we come back, and then you could,
Yeah.
See
and
what
then
happens.
I was like, darn it, he's going to make me roll for it.
Yeah.
I like how towards the end you're just like, we're going to do this thing.
We're going to do this thing.
Yeah, we're trying to stretch it.
Because it makes so much sense. Yes. So here's the things. A Crypt Keeper with a 3R, Crypt Creep.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Asked what will be the volume, my volume, what that will be about.
You can tell him if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'll see this. I'll set it up. It's like it will be about adversity. It will be about hope and the direst of circumstances, and there will be social commentary that's thrown in with that.
Okay.
And it's also a horror trope that you will not see in the main volume.
Nope.
In the main volumes at all.
Right.
I've already talked to Zach about this because it is not possible.
It's not a trope that we're going to attach on this.
Do we have homework?
So therefore, it will be. I'm sorry.
Homework.
Homework, yes. You'll have some homework, but it'd be super fun
homework for, like, if you say any movies now that people could get into as well?
Well, Zach?
It's your show. It's up to you. It's up to you, dude.
Yeah.
Up to you. You don't have to
Okay,
say.
you know what? Let's answer some other questions and I'll think about it. Because as soon as I say what the homework is, you'll immediately
know.
Immediately.
Okay, no, you don't have to. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was. It was. Yeah. I get out tin can.
Oh, I like that people like this.
Yeah, Corey
Social
Boom,
commentary.
I think that it's a standalone thing completely. It has nothing to do with the
It's going to be in the
volumes.
same universe, but it's not going to tie into our story.
Okay.
Yeah. It will have some common elements, but do not look to that to inform you of.
Don't you dare put Mallory in there. I don't want I don't want to deal with that.
Can you put him in a place where we can just kill him over and over again?
Mallory is also a female's name, so.
True.
Mallory V 2.0.
Okay, guys, if you want to ask some more questions, if we miss them, just please repeat them, and we'll get to them.
AMA questions is Andre.
I love that a lot of people are like, we purging. Purging.
Where did that come from? Someone just.
And then one person knows that I love Care Bears. So Time Kaiser is like, it's the Care Bears movie. Yeah, I love me some Grumpy Bear.
So somebody has any future ideas of implementing videos of the the Ray Wise one, if we have time. I mean, like I said, this show takes a lot of time. Yeah. It's a lot of work. That was one of those things where the stars aligned and we were able to make it happen. Again, shout out to Cameron Rice for helping us pull that together. So
thanks, Cameron. You're the man.
It's if we have time. Time is our biggest enemy here.
Yeah.
Time and money are our two biggest enemies. For most people.
Yeah. In life.
Often it's either we don't have time to do it or we're broke. One of the two.
I really would love to see that that FBI evidence tape thing that we sent come back around. That's one thing I would like to personally see.
It might.
What I like about this system is you can apply it to any lore you want. That's what's cool about it. So you can just you could take, theoretically, I think if you were GMing your own 10 candles, you could put it into any world that you saw fit.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool that like a world is building and like characters and through these stories, it's really cool to see like a really big world being fleshed out, and it's cool like kind of exploring other areas of that world, like with synchronity because it just expands it in various ways as opposed to just one world with one storyline with the same characters being referred to over and over again. It's like, oh, there is so much more to the world in the different areas, you know, and now we're exploring technology and businesses. So.
Thank you, Steve Gates, for subscribing.
Thanks,
Yay!
Steve Gates!
Someone said Thanos fight 10 candles?
Oh.
Nah. I did see a question, who would you love to see on the show? I would love for this, and I need you guys' help. I want the show to get big enough. I want it to keep growing, more viewers, more organic growth.
Yeah. Tell your friends, tell everyone,
if
tell your
that keeps
enemies.
happening, you know, it's like if we always say with Power Rangers, in success, anything is possible, and the bigger it gets, the more we're able to do bigger things with it. I would love to get Bruce Campbell on a volume.
Oh, man.
Oh,
so
my
sick.
God. That'd be amazing.
I want to start reaching out to people who are horror movie people, and have that.
Oh, I bet you could get Bruce Campbell to come on here. Everyone start tweeting. Everyone start tweeting.
Don't do that. Don't do that. His family works with us, so we won't. I don't want to bug him. I don't want to bug him. But you know, we know him. It's just, you know, he's a very busy man. He's a very busy man.
Where do you want to take the story universe after the broadcast? Pete Wiz. Oh, Pete Wiz.
I'd love to pitch it as a comic book. I'd love to take these 10 volumes and pitch it as a comic book. Honestly.
Someone says Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Duh.
That's a yes.
Duh.
Imagine an Aliens 10 Candles.
Hey,
That'd be pretty sick.
Zach,
That'd
did
be
you say your
cool.
favorite scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, they're bad. My favorite, if I'm being like totally honest with myself, it's gonna be the old stuff that I watched when I was a kid that just imprinted it. You know, your Puppet Master.
What is it?
All the Puppet Master movies, Critters.
I think
Critters!
we talked about this.
Yay!
See, those are the ones I haven't
Critters.
seen.
Oh, it's well worth.
All the
See
Leprechaun
Critters.
movies. They're so bad, man. Don't waste your time. But that's what I watched. That's what I grew up watching, you know. And
I was always a fan of the psychological stuff. So like The Shining is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now as an adult. Yeah.
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 You know.
The ones that scared me was like Child's Play.
Mm.
That was the one that really got me. And It. Back in the day.
Yeah, it really got me. Killer Clowns from Outer Space hit me around the same time as It. Like I saw it around the same time.
yeah.
I think I was like 7 or 8. And yeah, I'm still not cool with clowns.
House
It's
on
just not
Haunted
happening.
Hill, I remember, scared the crap out of me when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Silent Hill. I played the video game too
Oh, yeah.
young. All you have is a mist and a knife and a radio
Nightmare on Elm Street.
that goes off when monsters are
I've
nearby.
never played a game that really spooked me. I always like it. I always enjoy it.
So I see a lot of people in the chat suggesting a lot of people to come on the show who are like part of the network. That's what hyperdrives are for. Honestly, what I really love about this show and this guest spot, like with Matt filling in, is we get to bring new people into the family. I think it's a great show for that. It's a great introduction to RPG show.
For sure.
You know, it's not filled with in-jokes. You get to take a character and you get to like live in that character, which I think actors are going to have a lot of fun with. So I actually really like on this show that when we bring guests on, we're bringing somebody new into the family and making them a part of the channel. So we're probably not going to be reaching out to people for this show in particular to be on those guest spots. That's what Roguelike's for. That's what you know, Blood Curling's for, and a lot of the other shows on the network where we can rotate a lot of our people and have fun with them. Let's see. Some more questions in here.
Circus Carnival Tin Candles would be interesting.
Oh,
says
I could do
Crypt
circus
Keeper.
shit.
Wow,
all
that would be
day.
awesome.
Really?
I've got a huge backlog of knowledge and all that stuff because I built one of the worlds I built for a show is a world where clowns are born clowns. So I did a whole bunch of research on commedia and the art of clowning and
I've
all
done
that
Commedia
stuff.
Dell'arte as well. That's
Of course you have. Of course you have. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, like, in any chances since you have that?
I mean,
Would it
if
not
I
fit,
could
or?
work it in, I mean,
Nah, not
honestly,
really,
on these 10 volumes, no. If this show ends
Yeah.
up being really successful and I'm going to come up with a new 10 volumes thing, I could easily make the Funny Days concept another, like, run of Tin Candles, easily. Easily.
Nice.
Because it's all social commentary on immigration, so
Oh, is that right?
it'd be really, really fun.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, what was your favorite part of the Tin Candles?
Of this one?
Yeah. Well, the whole volume, of course, not just the
Yeah.
episode, but
I think when it came to just, I had no idea what my goal was, so figuring other than get out, so like figuring out how we were going to get there, and then slowly just realizing that there was no way out. I think our first encounter with the monster was like the one that actually like really got my heart pumping the most, when it was kind of tearing through the ceiling while it was chasing us through the elevated station.
Yep.
And that was right after we had just like kicked her friend's hand aside.
Yeah. And after he just like threw the corpse, and the NPC threw that Destiny corpse, and
I really thought I was gonna die right there because I think I had 2 successes on the roll to shoot the monster, but I also had 1 or 2 failures. I didn't fully know how the system worked at first. So I was like, oh, I failed. I guess I'm dead. You know? But that was like my first taste of the action, I think, in this volume, and I had a ton of fun with that.
Sweet. I think my favorite bit was actually when we first came across the Davina bot, and
that was
and it was like at that point I didn't actually know. Obviously, I didn't know it was I think it was a GM that come up that said that Davina was going to be at this bot that helped us or whatever. But obviously at that point I didn't know, and I was still super distrustful of the bot. I thought it was like, should we kill this thing or not? And is it Winston? And then like when there was a moment when Zach goes in this moment, and I totally thought he was gonna kill me at that point. I totally thought I was dead. And then that thing happened where he just kind of like I got new legs, and then, you know, for the most part.
At that point, we were teammates still, and my motivation was just like not letting anyone die on my watch kind of thing. So I was totally gonna try and like take a bullet for you if it came down to it.
Thanks.
Yeah. I know there's some people in the chat that are saying like, oh, Kate died really early and stuff like that. So Kate was going out of the country, so she told me that if it comes up, let it happen.
Thanks, Jose.
What we didn't think was going to happen was that the dice would decide it would happen right at the beginning of the episode.
She rolled like 3 1s or something.
We had planned for her to somehow make it through, but that's the thing. Like, you don't want to force that stuff. I don't want, as a GM, to make it so obvious that's like, hey, she can't be here the next 3 weeks. It needs to fit into the story. And when she failed her rolls, it's like, well, that's when it needs to happen. That's when the story demanded it. That's when the dice demanded it. But we knew she was going out of the country, so it was like, hey, if it happens, it happens.
Well, I didn't know.
It did happen.
Did you know? I didn't know that Kate was going out, and I didn't know you were
I
gonna kill
kept
her.
it a secret.
I'm just sharing that. Like, we don't know, and it's like when because you said if you fail this roll, something really bad's gonna happen. I was like, yeah, hopefully something really bad's gonna happen. She failed it, and you killed her. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Like,
yeah, why do you think
first volume? That was the first episode of it.
I felt so vulnerable when that alien showed up, because I was like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
It's only gonna be 2 episodes long.
Emma Dawn81 says the only horror trope that truly frightens me is cannibalistic hillbillies. The movie Wrong Turn really messed me up when I watched that. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh man, have you seen it?
Was it what?
Oh,
Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn.
That's an area that's already planned. You're gonna get some of that.
Oh, nice.
Yay! We're gonna visit hillbillies.
Come on, the woods got close.
Kinda have
that's true.
to. Kinda have to,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
It's too much my upbringing.
So
Kate
no, that's
sacrificed
Jody
herself.
Hauser. You know her from comic books. She's a comic book writer, and she's an excellent RPG
so I don't
player.
know.
Yeah,
Like, when
Jody
people
Hauser.
were going, oh, Jody, I was like, I'm gonna keep quiet because I don't know who that is. Like, but
Yeah, no, she's
dude.
excellent.
Somebody said Henry Rollins for the win. I would love to have Henry Rollins on this.
Yeah.
Does he even know about Twitch? He's one of those people that, like, I think if he knew about Twitch, he'd get into it. So
who's Henry Rollins?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Can you spoil what the next setting of the next volume is going to be, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I don't know which one it's going to be yet.
Okay.
I've got the next 5, but I'm like trying to figure out which one's going to be best in this like continuity and what I'm going to be ready for. It kind of depends on who I find as a guest and who I think they'll be good for.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Oh,
so
nice.
I still haven't got a guest yet because I'm going to be out of town for 2 weeks. So
Yay! I mean,
Right.
yay that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yay,
yeah.
excellent
Because-
reason to be out of town.
Yeah.
yes,
Cool.
yes.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have your next. This coming week, this Saturday. Hey, I'm gonna be
Yeah, man.
there.
Yeah, dude.
Somehow Mike just made me feel real old
Why? What did I say? What?
for not knowing who Henry Rollins is.
I mean, I'll give it to Mike because he's not like from here.
There you go. Yeah, I just blame everything on. I'm from New Zealand. Yeah, if I put my foot in my mouth or whatever. Oh yeah, we don't have that in New Zealand.
Yeah.
No SatCon. Nice. Zach, what was your favorite part of Tin Can of this episode? Was it
this volume?
What was the volume? Was it when we rolled all the sixes?
None of it.
When you got to kill us?
Yeah, the end of it.
Yeah, you got to kill us.
When it was over.
Oh.
My arm was ripped from my body.
I really liked the setting.
Yes.
I really like doing it in a real world place that's like, yes, there's this danger there, but the place itself is not meant to be livable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not meant to be a place to live, and it's not like you're going to outer space or anything. It's just like, which really makes me like, ooh, we should do one in a submarine.
Oh, that would be sick.
But there's nowhere to go.
Exactly. You're fucked.
What do you do? What do you do? Like,
man, depending on the submarine too. I've been on a submarine, and there's not a lot of places to go.
Like, how do you have? Yeah, man.
I don't know how we'd make that last like a full, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like,
I could talk to you about it a little bit. I have some ideas.
Cool.
Fadior said an oil rig.
Oh yeah, any isolated place like that.
Any isolated
really
place,
cool.
yeah. Oil rig's actually really great.
That's actually really cool.
I've been like, but you know, one thing I liked, like one of my favorite volumes was the town, and I liked how there was just so many places that you had to sit out, and it probably took the most amount of work. I don't know, but like,
yes.
But yeah, there was just so. But you know, like I said, it shows. You know, you do a lot of kind of like,
cruise ship. I like that. Sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, no, that's cool too. Yeah, actually, there was a YouTube Tin Candles I saw that was on a cruise ship actually. But anyway, but you know, there's just so many kind of NPCs and you know places to visit. But
yeah, somebody asked me earlier, is there any time like you make something that they don't like go after? And like the town especially, like I told you there were 100 so many people in that town. I had all 100 people ready.
Right. Wow.
I made up 100 names with 100 different professions to make this small town run. And the map that you had of the town, I had a key map that said where every single person lived, where every single location is.
I'm just thinking thinking back in hindsight, would have been cool to kind of like have it. I mean, like I don't know, but like just putting it out there, like say we had a note that goes, okay, you know, like try to keep, like you know, there's certain kind of ways you can do with like how much you push a story forward, and if we're always constantly pushing, we're going to be always like moving, as opposed to, you know, you can't draw out a whole scene.
No.
I like as far as the setting goes, I really like this one was good, and someone suggested underwater research station. The same thing would go for like, you know, a space station or something where like the interior is safe, but then like going outside is an option.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think that's really cool for this system specifically, because you have to risk so much.
Wow, that makes that's actually pretty on the nose for what's going to be happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many more?
That's pretty on the nose.
There's stuff that's going down. I mean, sometimes stuff comes up that's like, what the fuck are we going to do with that? And other times it's fun for you guys to throw something at me and be like, ooh, how do I turn that into what I want it to be? So a good example tonight would have been Arslan's thing from the beginning, where he says you start seeing a green and gold orb kind of thing. What I turned it into will show up many times later.
Oh, nice. I got a sense of that it could have been the gate.
Who knows? But it's excellent, because like a truth like that can then resonate through the rest of the volumes. But we would have never known that if that person hadn't put the truth out there.
The amount of truths that people have given that have become story points for the rest of the show.
There you go.
Massive.
Yeah.
Dude,
massive.
I like this one. Shockwave says, Nightmare on Elm Street, roll to stay awake. Oh my gosh, that would be such a good one-off.
That would be kind of cool.
I could do that for a whole volume.
Yeah.
That'd be so
great.
sick.
That would be cool.
Roll to stay awake.
Because you've got to play with
love
this whole
that.
dream
And then,
world.
yeah, you'd have to play out the dream world if you fell asleep.
You could throw on any GM, anything. What at that point, if it's a dream world, right? You could throw on any idea. And, you know, like Voltron appears.
Well, I know. I wouldn't do that.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I would try to find a way to make it all. I'd probably make you do a ton of homework, tell me all these different things about your backstory. What could I pull out of it? Like we did for the house, where it was like I had you guys all send me your character's fears ahead of time, so I could pull those into the story and fuck with you that way. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I need to pass out. I'm up here sweating.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
This has been really fun.
And thank you, chat.
Special round of applause for Matt Sohinki for being our
thanks,
special
man.
guest.
You're amazing, man.
Zach, in your opinion,
So
should I give them homework now or just let it roll?
No, give them homework. I think they like to get pumped.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
movie.
Cool.
What's
So
the movie we watch?
for hope in the most direst of circumstances, a number of things to look at. There is a cockroach documentary on Nat Geo.
What?
I recommend looking at that. Also,
Oh, you're evil. I love it.
yeah. Also, The Purge is one that you'll want to look at.
Hey, we're right. Chat was right.
I recommend
seen all the
There
Purges.
Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's
Oh.
yeah.
This Danish horror movie.
I'm going to come back and you guys are going to be like, we want Marquis to be the GM.
This Danish movie called What We Belong, and then also a movie on Netflix called Cargo. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
that
gonna get through
would
all of
that would be your homework.
This is too much. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I'll watch. I've seen The Purge. I'll
Yeah.
watch. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Do my
All
best.
right. Thank you, though, Matt.
Thank you for having me,
This
guys.
isn't the last time you guys are going to see him. We're going to make Matt and his entire team come out. I was
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, sick.
I was talking to Pamela about it yesterday.
He's got a team.
I told her
Got a
to
whole
like.
team behind me.
I told her, you guys come up with the idea and I'll GM it.
Nice.
Nice. I like
Okay.
that. I like
so
that.
I like
you,
it.
you're. Oh, I'm his. You want to tell them all your YouTube
do
channel?
it.
Yeah,
Toaster
sure.
Ghost?
So you can find, if you like Pam and myself, and I think Lasercorn has been on before as well,
Yep.
and Amy. So we've all been on separately. You can find us at youtube.com/ToasterGhost. That's our gaming channel that we do. It's Toaster Ghost on all the social media stuff as well. And if you just want to follow me, it's at Sohinki on everything. So
Do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do it. All right, everybody. We gotta get out of here.
chairs permanently.
Okay.
set.
They're kicking us
Perception
off.
check is up next, and Cameron Rice is our special guest
Nice.
with the puppets. They're just puppets. Don't let them tell you otherwise. And you should stick around for it. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Thanks, guys.
It's gonna be really funny.
Thank you guys.
Thanks. See you next week.
Bye.